Hey everybody, and welcome to Pastrami Nation, the meat of pop culture. We are very, very excited for this podcast today. You probably see some different faces. This is the hat episode, and if you know me and Jason, and you know Pastrami Nation, hats have been a thing for us. So first, of course, I'd like to welcome Jason Smith, fellow co-founder of Pastrami Nation.
How you doing, everyone?
I'd like to welcome Pastrami Nation podcaster Eddie Aguirre.
How you guys doing?
He's rocking a hat today, too. And then we have two special guests today. First, we have a very good friend of mine and Jason's. We've known him for a very long time. He is a massive, massive hat collector. He dwarfs me and Jason, which is so sad because we have so many hats. Please welcome John Beare. Yeah. And we have graphic designer and the man who came up with the awesome Pastrami Nation logo, John Ramirez from Ink Park.
Nice.
Hats off to you, man.
Thanks, guys.
So before we get started, we always like to give something away. Today we're going to give away something a little different, a little special. We're going to be giving away a $50 gift card to Hat Club. So that way you can buy your very own hat. So all you have to do is leave a comment and let us know what you think, what if you are a massive hat collector as well, what you plan to buy. Anything like that. We just want to know your thoughts on this. So
It looked like John's wheels were rolling in his head. I mentioned the gift card.
What don't I have? Let's see.
right. So you'll have until Saturday, July 25th. And you'll have until 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is leave a comment on this video or in the live chat on YouTube. And it enters you. That's all it takes. The gift card will be an e-gift card, so we can send it to you email so anybody can enter. So just drop that comment and let us know. And let's go ahead and jump into the conversation, guys. First, I got to ask first. John, how many hats do you have in your collection?
I shouldn't say this too loud in case my wife's at the door, but I've got 4 more coming over the next 2 days, and that should put me about 1340-ish.
Woohoo! Wow.
And that's
awesome.
But I've been doing it a long time, so it's not like something that I just started doing. I mean, I got my first fitted in 1989.
Oh, cool.
So,
what was it?
It was a California Angels hat that I got at Anaheim Stadium for my birthday.
Very nice.
That's great. That's great to hear.
And you still have that one, correct?
I do. Yes, I do.
I think I saw a picture. You have that thing immortalized in a display case now.
Yes, I do.
That is awesome.
Yep.
That's where it all started.
It's a special one. I can't wear it anymore. It's too small for me now. But it's but yeah, and fortunately, that's one nice thing about this era of hat collecting. There's so many reissues and re-releases, and a lot of the vintage logos come back. So if there's something that you're waiting for, something that you haven't seen in a long time, eventually somebody's going to come out with it. So it'll get released. So I was able to get quite a few of that. I think I've got 3 of them of that same logo. See, I'm going to do this a lot.
To show you guys, that's not a green screen. That's a collection right there.
This one.
That's not lids. That's
Oh,
wow.
I love that classic A, man.
So yeah, this is one of my. The Angels were. I'm a Rockies fan now, but the Angels were my team growing up, and this is the team of my childhood all through the '80s. So
Very nice.
I gotta ask, you're a hat collector though, John. Who's your favorite? What's one of your favorite logos on a hat?
My favorite logos?
Yeah, on a hat.
Oh, geez. I'm gonna act like I've never been asked that question. I don't know. It's tough. I'm primarily a sports logo. Most of my collection is sports. I don't do the customs. In fact, I'm embarrassed to say I don't know a single piece of yours.
Oh,
and that's not because I have never seen. They go so quick.
Yeah. Like for me, one of my all-time favorites is Red Sox. It's just so classic on a hat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The 2 socks?
Yeah,
2 sock
definitely
logo.
a classic.
Yeah, even like your Expos one, like to me, it's all about just clean logos, man.
Yeah.
And that's the approach I take to it. You know,
I
a
like
lot of,
seeing those old Expos hats.
And that's the Red Sox. I mean, they're my least favorite team. But that's another story. But I do have 3 Red Sox caps in my collection though. But God, I guess if I was pressed for an answer, I don't know. I'm loyal to.
oh,
Oh
gotta
no.
freeze.
He's got to really think about that one.
Yeah, he's thinking about it right now.
Yeah, that Expos logo is making a comeback, and I like seeing that old Expos logo come back.
Yeah. You have, I see you have the iconic hat on, huh, Eddie?
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry, John, you broke up. What were you going to say? Oh,
You
he's, I
missed
think,
your whole conversation.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Eddie.
Yeah, you froze. You froze
for a minute.
Did I? Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was just saying that I would, if I was pressed for an answer, if I had to choose one hat, it would be one of my Rockies hats.
nice.
Which Rockies? The baseball Rockies or the hockey ones?
Oh man, so you had to go.
You knew I was gonna.
That you did that though, because you know what? To be honest with you, some hockey logos I feel are even better than some of the NFL logos. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Agreed. Yeah.
Oh, classics. The
This
CR.
one
Nice.
with you can't really see it here, but the visor here is metallic silver,
Oh, okay.
and I just love it. I mean, it hits the light just right. I don't know if you can really see it there. I love this one. This is probably this is my favorite Rockies hat right here. Yeah, the NHL, that's a whole other issue. And unfortunately, New Era, they dropped the NHL, so they're not doing NHL caps, which is just devastating to me.
That's a bummer, big time.
Yeah, jeez.
It really is.
Are you guys familiar with Zephyr?
Yes,
Yes.
I own a
Yeah.
few Zephyrs.
Yeah, so Zephyr, I did some work with them. I did a Huskies remake for them. For
Oh,
the Cubs.
nice.
Back in probably like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Got in real good with the owner, but they make some really nice hats.
Oh,
Which
absolutely.
Yukon?
Which Huskies?
It was the
Washington?
Connecticut.
no, the Connecticut Huskies.
UConn?
Yeah.
Nice. That's my favorite college basketball team.
Is it really?
It is, yeah.
The Yukon Huskies won. That's cool. I like that,
Nice.
man.
Yeah,
That's
this
cool.
is a Tokidoki.
Yeah, Tokidoki.
Yeah.
Nice. So, but I was going to say, Zephyr has done a really good job with the NFL as well, or not NFL, but NHL.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, they have?
their NHL hats are really nice.
I know I own a few Ducks ones, and
Yeah.
they're just like, wow.
I
Yeah.
can't get Ducks ones. They're already sold out.
Yeah, they're hard to come across. I got one for you, Jason. Well, both of you guys are Ducks fans, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Kings fan. Sorry, guys.
Hey, you're all right. You're all right.
That's all right, man. At least you didn't
Do
say
you have
Ottawa Senators.
No.
Do you have that logo that you did for the Huskies?
I
Oh,
probably do somewhere. Let me see.
Oh,
I like
that. The
that.
classic with the aqua kind of bill.
The maroon.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
teal. It's got that
that teal bill, man.
Wow.
That is
20th
so cool.
anniversary.
That's my favorite logo too, easily.
Yeah, I had to. This was actually this. I have 2 of them. This was actually a gift from New Era. We had the Crew Era 13 trip we did back in 2013, where they invited 9 collectors that they just selected 9 of us. We got to go back to Buffalo, all expenses paid, and we got to spend a couple of days tooling around there, and that was probably one of the highlights of my life, was being selected for that. And so for the next couple of years, we'd get an email and they would just say, "Hey, watch your mail, you got a hat coming." And they would just send us stuff. And this was one of the ones that they sent to me.
How
but check-
cool, man.
That's nice, man.
Awesome. What size hat are you?
7 1/4.
Oh, never mind. Oh, wow.
Too small.
Ooh,
This hat here,
Wow.
They only wore that for like 1 year, right?
1 year.
Dang.
Hey, if I remember, that was the year before the 2007 Stanley Cup, correct?
Let's not talk about that. I want to talk about that.
You knew exactly.
You set yourself up for that one.
I did. Yeah, I did.
It's an awesome hat, though, dude.
Oh,
Dang.
This hat is, when I post this one, I'd say top 3, I get messages asking if I want to sell this one.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
You'd get messages from me if you were my size.
What happened?
Right. Oh, you're back.
Okay. I get probably top 3. I get messages from people asking if this one's available to sell.
And it's
If
not
I'll
for
sell
sale.
this one.
Not for
And of
sale.
course,
for
the
me.
answer is no, but ooh.
Now, when you got started at collecting hats, did you collect mainly the teams that you were interested in, or the logos you were interested in?
Whoa.
Oh.
He's
Hear us?
freezing up again,
Everything's
huh?
tripping out. Everything's tripping out right now. All right, am I back?
You're good.
Okay. Yeah, Eddie, your question dragged.
Oh, I asked
It's just him.
when you first started collecting, did you start collecting the teams that you liked or the logos that you liked?
Well, when I started collecting, early 90s, there was no internet. There was no, you only had access to what was local. So I had an Angels fitted. I did manage to get, I got a Rockies fitted because when they started play in 93. So I had one of those. And then I started going to minor league baseball games. And because I was still an Angels fan, I still rooted for the Angels. It was before interleague play, so I was able to Rockies National League, Angels American League, and the Angels affiliate in the Cal League were the Lake Elsinore Storm, which
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like the
Nice.
I like the minor league logos better than the major leagues.
they've done so much with minor league logos over the last 10 years. There's so much creativity in the minor leagues.
Mhm.
It's just amazing.
You can thank Grandiose for that.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully you'll be seeing some stuff from me from there too.
That's
Oh,
I
awesome.
hope so, man. That'd be awesome.
Now,
Yeah,
John Ramirez, I have a question for you. Is there a team that you would absolutely love to do that you haven't had the opportunity to do yet?
Oh man, I just the opportunity to do any, like what Jason and Casey have set up over at Grandiose. I got to talk to both of them actually this week. I'm working closely with them on the Grandiose side, and then hopefully doing some projects for them, some rebranding with them, and they're kind of seeing how I fit into their system. And then with Casey on the Clink side, I'm going to help him as well. Not only am I doing some designs for them and submitting some stuff, but I'm also helping him on the backside with just some graphics and stuff to try to promote Clink Room even more.
Nice.
But
Clink Room is so great.
oh yeah. But as far as teams, man, there's just some teams out there that I always felt like just needed some, like a mascot or something. Like college football really kind of, and even baseball to the minor leagues, they really push that mascot kind of feel. I just feel like some of the NFL just kind of lacking in that area. It's just more of an icon and stuff. So I'd love to be able to tackle like even a Cowboys mascot. I know the star is like iconic, but just having that opportunity, I always wanted to do something. I know one that I really wanted to do was the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh,
And I
nice.
remember when they came back to Charlotte and the logo, that they came out with, the new one, I was just like, I was not feeling that logo at
Oh,
all.
it's horrible. I hate that logo.
And I was like, to me it was, I don't know what they were trying to go for that, but maybe try to feel that nostalgia. I don't know. I'm just more of a clean, crisp, you know what I mean? And just wasn't feeling that, but that one would have been fun. Georgia Tech, I've always liked their B. Always wanted to kind of redo. I actually did one of those just for fun. Just did a remix of their logo. But there's so many classic logos, man. It's just crazy.
Nice.
I'm an A's fan, and the logo for the A's fan is pretty generic. It's just an A with an S, and they have the old elephant which is their logo. Same with the Angels. Your logo is pretty much an A with a halo. But I remember they had the old Angel with the holding the bat and he's kind of like swinging. That logo was pretty cool. That it's an old logo back in the day.
Yeah, the problem with the MLB and stuff like that, and NFL and NBA, it's it's a group, right? The league office holds all the power of what happens. Whereas when you have a minor league team, it's not like it's that owner, right? So he has the power to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But in the NFL, it's a collective. So, or in the NBA or in the MLB, it's harder to do those kind of things. That's why, like, even these guys, like John could probably attest to this, they try to get things through New Era and stuff like that approved, but sometimes it just doesn't happen because the licensing, they're so strict, they're so stringent on what you can and can't do.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got to jump through a bunch of hoops.
And it's really sad because it's really kind of handcuffing them, to just their, whatever it is. And it's nice, but once you have a classic, logo, what else, okay, side patch. Okay, that's cool. But then you just want something to associate with that team a little bit more. And it'd be great if some of these teams would let loose just a little bit,
Well, it's interesting, just speaking about the NFL, like the Rams, for instance, the Rams, they're in St. Louis. They relocate back to LA, and immediately there's speculation. What are they going to do with the uniform? Well, they got to go back to the classic yellow and royal blue. I mean, that's a no-brainer, and that's what everybody said from, the announcement forward. And you would think that the NFL would have made an exception, but they have that rule in place that it's what is it, 2 years or something? You have to do 2 years in advance. You have to apply to change your logo. The NFL's got really tight control on it, and that's why the first couple of years they still wore that crappy St. Louis garbage back in LA.
Like tan colored.
It is terrible. It is so awful.
And that's the sad part. And even I did some work for Disney as well, and these they're handcuffed. When it comes to licensing and properties and stuff like that, it really handcuffs the designers and those that are in there. And that's why you see like Clink Room and you see, Hat Club, they come out with these customs because it's like they can't, it's almost like another avenue for the artists to be able to come out with it because, like I said, I have a few Red Sox hats and I love them, and I have some Angel, I have some different hats here and there just because I like the logo. But that's about it. That's all you can get,
Have they come out, or has anybody seen the Las Vegas Raiders hats or logos?
It's basically just the Raiders.
It's the same, yeah. I mean, and that's
black and gray, silver.
Yeah, it's not going to change. If anything, it's going to take a few years. If anything, they probably won't do anything with that. They're going to just keep it classic.
Oh, the Raiders is iconic, though. I mean, you want to talk about an iconic logo. I mean, and I got a couple of friends that I work with who are diehard Raider fans, and when the Las Vegas speculation first started up, they said that's perfect. I mean, there's not a more perfect place other than Oakland for the Raiders to land. They're in a place where, and I know you guys are Chargers fans. I think that, and I'm not saying this to be funny. I think the Las Vegas Raiders will be more popular in Los Angeles than the Chargers will be. I'm not saying that to be.
You're probably right, just because
you're right about
they're
that.
back into that southern region, yeah.
But because the old school LA Raiders fans, they're going
to stay with the Raiders.
They see Vegas traffic every Friday. Now they're in a place where they can market. You could go for a whole weekend, have a whole weekend, take in everything in Vegas. I mean, assuming it all opens back up, but take everything in Vegas and catch a Raiders game on Sunday. It's brilliant. It's genius.
I plan to go to a Raiders game, but I don't know if they're going to allow fans in the stands because I was looking at preseason at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So to me, I didn't see the fiscal or the reason for for them to leave San Diego. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't to come to LA again. Like there's enough teams, even with the Clippers. I think the Clippers need to find their own home as well.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, I am not happy with the move. You know, San Diego is a perfect base.
Yeah.
The Clippers blew it when they had the opportunity to go to Anaheim. Just straight up blew it. That was.
I agree.
They would have taken off in Anaheim. They would have established themselves, I think, there. And now, I mean, because they're just, you know, redheaded stepchild to the Lakers. That's all they're ever going to be.
Yeah,
until they get out of
the
that.
Lakers 16 banners.
Yeah.
They'll call themselves the Los Angeles Clippers in Anaheim.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's silly.
I think all those teams would have probably done really well in Anaheim, in that area, because they still could have catered to the San Diego market, and then they still have that Orange County market. You know what I mean? So, and look at the Ducks. The Ducks have done just fine right there in Anaheim. They haven't needed to move. They haven't had to do anything, and their association with Disney, so everything worked out just fine for them. And I don't know. I heard rumors that the Clippers, you know, he's originally from Seattle. There was rumors that he was wanting to move him back to Seattle because that's his hometown. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but
Turn them into the Seattle Supersonics.
yeah. I mean,
I love the colors of the Supersonics, though. That was an awesome uniform.
Yeah. Oh, that was a classic logo, man. They had a great mascot too, the Sasquatch. I loved it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here's a trivia question for you guys. Let's see if anybody knows. The Raiders mascot or the Raiders logo, who was it based off of? Does anybody know that?
Oh, geez. That's not one I would know.
Not.
It was actually based off a famous actor. His name was Randolph Scott. Old actor.
Yes.
And you know what? The only reason I knew that is I was doing some research because I wanted to know who the original guy was. Because I always get asked to do like these Raider flips. Oh, can you make me this Raider logo or whatever? So I was like, oh, I want to know who the original guy was. So I went and looked it up so I could actually draw the face of the original guy.
It's a great logo. It's a great logo. I just don't like it. I just don't like looking at it. I don't like just the team, I guess. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
I appreciate the iconicness of it, but I agree.
Yeah.
It's mainly the fans for me. But.
You know what I would love to
Excellence of the
see?
team.
I would love to see like you know how they do like Thanksgiving, or like every team has like that special color rush. I would love to see the Raiders, just because they're Las Vegas, for like one game of the year they play it with, like, instead of black and silver, it's a gold and silver, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was asking about the logo, if they're going to change it. Even if they put a splash of red, something different.
Red, I think it has to stay silver, black,
Yeah.
or gold and black, you know? I don't think you could put any other color in there.
Any other color they would do, I think that would work as a gold, kind of like how they did the Knights, the hockey
Yeah.
team.
I agree.
They put a splash of gold in there, then it kind of plays into the whole Vegas gold.
Reps it in, yeah.
And that would be smart too, because you know, with the Golden Knights being the first professional team to land in Vegas, that you want to talk about a popular team. That team, Vegas loves that team. And if the Raiders came in and they did something where they tied in some gold, you know, you would unite that entire city behind those teams. I think it's just the Raiders going to Vegas, just genius.
I'm sure they will.
Absolutely
Like,
genius.
you know how the Kings had or the Angels have Ducks Night, Ducks Angel Night, and it's a collab? And like the Kings did a Chargers Night with those light blue Charger hockey jerseys with the lightning bolt, and it said Kings on the front. I would love to see a Raider Golden Knight kind of, you know, collab.
It is.
Hey, I know that hat.
I have that hat in the car.
That's staring at me right over there.
Well, the Raiders, when they were in Oakland, they played at the exact same stadium that the Oakland A's played, but they never collaborated.
Yeah, I think Oakland was. I think their time had run out. They should have never even moved there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, missed opportunity, I think.
Yeah, I think they were looking for a home, and it was just a rental place. But have you guys been to the new hockey arena out there in Vegas?
The team, not T-Mobile, the other one, right?
Yeah, I think it's Motorola or something like that. I don't remember.
It's where the Silver Knights are going to play, right? the AAA.
No, where the Golden Knights play, yeah, where they
Well,
play.
T-Mobile.
That's T-Mobile.
Yeah.
And that place is amazing.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of going to a Golden Knights game when they first. I went to one of their preseasons before they even started their regular season.
How about the first inaugural season for those guys, man? Those guys were killed
Hey,
it.
I kicked myself. I could have put a bet down when I was out there because they were 75-1 odds just to reach the Stanley Cup. And what did they do?
Oh man.
One of life's regrets.
That's crazy.
It was fun though. It was a good
That
game.
was crazy. Yeah, that
Now,
was a
John,
good series.
John Ramirez, I know you've done some different logo work and you've done work that's appeared on hats in the past. Can you talk about some of your work that has popped up on, Hat Club, Clink Room, stuff like that? And if there's anything you can kind of, give a tiny bit of hint if you want in the future.
So like Hat Club, they reached out to me through my Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. So they saw me on Instagram. One of the guys over there was like, hey, we'd like to buy some of your art. I just draw up stuff. So a lot of stuff I post are either like sketches I did and I'm just messing around and I just kind of come up, or maybe it was a client that didn't work out. Maybe they didn't pay, they didn't do whatever. They just came to me for an idea. So I did these sketches and I was like, I'm just going to illustrate them and put them up. So the first couple ones that did it, they came up and boom, sold. And I think so Casey is like one of the original ones I did. And I don't know what happened to him or where that one came. I saw a logo, I like the Kings. So it's kind of a mix of both. And when Hat Club came to me, I was like, you know what, let me change it up a bit from the original. So I reworked it a little bit, and then that was that one. The Tiki Man that I'm wearing now was inspiration from a great artist from TNC Surf. I don't know if you guys remember the old TNC Surf.
Oh yeah, good old 1980s.
Neil?
Yeah. Yep. So that's where the Tiki Man came from. That was like my take on that.
That's awesome.
I think they did the coffee one that came out really good. They did the samurai, I think, and the lightning guy, the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt's actually an interesting story. So that one was an electrician, I think from, I want to say New York, had approached me to do a mascot for his company. Never heard from him again. So I was like, I'll have this. I'll just post it up, and Hat Club wanted it. So, boom, there you go. So
Cool. Wow.
Yeah. So I did do some custom work for Hat Club. I have three coming out. Two coming out with them pretty soon that are really nice. I also have, I'm trying to think. I have two with the Clink Room coming out pretty soon. So did one for the dog league, so a little fun play on that. And then I did like a baseball one kind of. So themed hat. So, but I mean, and same thing with Casey. So like originally when I first started doing graphics, I saw Clink Room. I was like, I got it. This is really cool. Like I want to do this. None of my hats were ever like picked or used, but but it was fun, and I got to learn a lot of stuff. Clink Room disappears. Brandios is there, and I'm like, man, these guys are doing what I want to do. Fast forward to where we are now. Casey started it back up, say, hey, we want you to do some Clink Room stuff. I was like, all right, let's do it. And he's like, I want you to do a Kong design. So I had that pencil, and I was like, you know what? I didn't want to do another gorilla because a lot of people were doing the gorilla. So I had pencil, and it was right about time COVID and everything came out. So I was like, I'll put a mask on him.
It was perfect.
Yeah. So that one did really well. And then Casey really liked my mascot, the pines tree. And originally, my pines was more of like a fresh tree, like from little trees, right? Well, little trees didn't like that after 8 years of me using it, I guess. So I had to change it up. So we put a shoe on them and stuff like that. And that
It looks cool with the shoe, though. It's really cool, man.
And that was a nice collab between me and Casey. So we could go back and forth. He's all, do this and do that. And I was like, okay. So that's how we kind of vibe. But yeah, it's been fun. I mean, I love hats. And, what drew me to hats is just kind of the same thing like John. It's just like, you see these logos on there and it just looks so cool, and then it's fitted and, it's a fun canvas to work with, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Hey, you guys mind if I ask a question?
Sure.
I don't want to take over your show or anything,
Oh,
but
no,
go for it.
by
So
all
John,
means.
I just a question for you, and this is really a partially a personal observation that I've made over the last 6-7 years or so. The custom market for caps is, in my estimation, just knowing the collectors and knowing the purchasing habits of the people that we interact with, I would say that right now, at the last year, easily the last year, the market for custom caps is, I would think, as probably on even par with anything sports. It's just people just gobble that stuff up like it's going out of style, more so than any other time. Like I can remember when when the clink room first started and everything, and you started seeing some custom designs, and it was really kind of a French thing. And so Mike, I do have a question in here, I promise. So as a designer, as somebody who is putting these logos, these custom logos on caps and putting them out there, collaborating, and they're going up on Hat Club and such, what is your perception of the collector and how they perceive your art, just the custom in general? Do you see it differently than how they see sports logos? I don't know if that question makes sense, but it's a hot market right now. It's just such a hot market.
Yeah, so like I'm really good friends with Leon and Pierre, and I get their input a lot, because they're on par with you, you know what I mean, John, as far as collecting hats. They love they do like customs, but they have just a massive collection of just sports logos and stuff like that. So, for me as an artist, that's what I'm trying to encapsulate, is that same appeal. Like there's some crazy designs out there, and some of the stuff they throw up on Clink Room is, let's just be honest, it's not that great. Some of it's really good and some of it's okay, but and I'm being honest, and that's the truth. And I've told Casey that, and he agrees. Not everything's going to be, and that's art, right? Art's subjective. What one person is going to love, another person isn't. But back to the collector, I love getting your guys' input, to me, because that's you guys push the market, to be honest with you. A lot of these guys that are collectors, they have a lot of influence on what's good and what's not. And that's why I like Pierre, because he's so honest. Like he's brutally honest, and I don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I've been in this business long enough, and I didn't come into it as an artist. I've been in a lot of different things. I was a manager, I was customer service, sales, project manager, everything before I even became an artist. So I understand the business side of it. So when someone comes up to me, it's like, I don't like your art, I'm like, okay, that doesn't hurt me. But some artists are going to be like, oh, I'm done. I'm like, that's it. So I understand the business side of it as well. So to me, to answer that question is, I try to look at both the business aspect of it and the artist side of it as well. And, collectors opinions, it matters, because, you guys are look at that hat collection. Like, how could you not take what you say seriously? You know what I mean? You obviously, I'm just being honest, it's because I take that input and I try to spin it so that whatever I create is iconic as well,
Well, I like when they take the original logos and they spin it, or they do something different to the original logo. Right now, Nura has these sugar skulls with the logos, and they sold out the pre-sale ones really quick. I wanted to get on that, and they're just awesome when they do the original logo and do a spin on it.
Yeah.
Right. And John's right about the market just being so on fire. For when it comes to these original designs. You see the Dionic designs. Me and my brother are both wearing the Dionic Onis as well.
But you noticed the colorway on that, right? That's Rocky's colorway. Baby.
Yep. He told me the story on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Purple? That's purple, right? That's purple?
Yeah, we were in on the Team Fitted page, and this was a year ago March, and Danny's just you know, he's just spitballing. He's just like, yeah, you know, I got some things I'm thinking of and thinking about throwing out there. And just as a joke, I was joking. I said, hey, you know what you ought to do? Get a purple, do the Octo Slugger, but do it with purple and some metallic silver and call it the Rocto Slugger. You know, because when the Rockies, in the rare instance they make the playoffs, they call it Rocktober. And he messages me a couple days later and he's like, hey, keep an eye out. And I'm like, dude, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, I like that. And then sure enough, you know, later on that year, this came out, and and he said, yeah, it was inspired by me. He posted that on social media, and I was like, wow. I mean, so I'm not going to say I designed this, but I mean, he said I inspired this to an extent. And I mean, that's a high honor for me to.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
But this is as far as customs go. I would think that the Octo Slugger has got to be as iconic as a logo as they come.
Yeah,
I would think. I mean,
are any of those still around for sale?
I don't think so.
Those are awesome. That's
He's done a
awesome.
really good job as far as branding. And me and him started out about the same time, like with the Clink Room and stuff. And I don't think much of our stuff got used. He kind of went another route, and I just kept doing graphic design. You know, I didn't really pursue the whole hat game. Although I did do a lot of hats. Like I've worked with a lot of companies that did snapbacks, right? So like I have a big, huge snapback collection as well. So, but yeah. I mean, he's done a great job of all the marketing, and you know, he put all those together himself and stuff. So I give him props, man. That's a lot of work, because fitteds is, you know, I've always wanted to do a fitted company, but man, the sizing and all that stuff that you have to do, it's a lot.
Yeah. You know, but to be, you know, for someone like you, you know, to have your name, you know, the Ink Park name, I mean, people hear that and they know right away. They know who you are. They know your designs. I mean, that's got to be just cool. That's just got to be really cool.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure, because it's, you know, I remember someone said something like, "Oh, that's an Ink Park design. I can just tell by the look of it." And now that's kind of what I always wanted. Okay, as long as someone knows it's mine, you know, that's all that matters. But you know, it's a matter of just marketing, man. I mean, I'm telling you, like when I first started, it was Craigslist. That's how I got my clients. Literally looking on Craigslist in all the cities, looking for someone looking for a graphic designer. That was it. And now I really don't have to do too much. It all just comes to me. But those first few years were rough, dude. Oh my gosh, it was so rough.
And now it's got to be cool. So now I'm taking over your show, guys.
No, you're fine, John.
It's hot to go to the show. I love that hat.
To me. I mean, but it's got to be cool to see those things go up on Hat Club, and then, you know, 11 o'clock and then 11:01 gone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane, dude. Like, I'm just like, they messaged me too. Hey, I'm like, dude, I have no idea what Hat Club's doing. You know, I feel bad. Like, I get so many guys that message me, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I have no control over that. You know?
Yeah, the last one sold out so quick, man. Like, it was a number of seconds for this sucker, and I think it was like 30 seconds it sold out. And I was, you know, I took my 15-minute break from work, and I was like, gotta do it. And I got so lucky.
I know you know what the logo on the back is, but does anybody else?
Well, I know, but I saw you a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
I want to say Nolan told me what that was, but I'm not going to spoil it.
Eddie, any guesses?
No.
Go ahead, John.
It's an homage to where we're at, huh, Nolan?
Yeah, exactly. And
I
I think that was so cool because, I mean, he's a local guy doing this, you know, and John's shown me a lot of the work he's done. You know, he's shown me a lot of like the different things he did for Disney and whatnot. And yeah, it's amazing, you know. So to be able to say, you know, I got this on Hat Club, and it's something that a guy here in the high desert did. I mean, it's an awesome feeling. It's absolutely awesome. I can't wait for your new drops, man, because I will be all over them on Hat Club for sure.
yeah, I'm excited for them too. And like I said, the whole thing with Clink Room is really exciting, and you know, it could branch into some different things as well for them. And you know, John, you're a collector. You know, I've actually been doing some collabs with like Leon and Pierre. So, you know, I would love to do more collabs with collectors and get on all that stuff because, you know, that's fun. It's fun for like, you know, the collectors and, you know, they're getting out there and they're, you know, it's all word of mouth, man. I'm telling you. And the more, go ahead, John.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, the more hype you build, the faster these things are going to sell out, you know?
Well, I mean, I'm not a designer by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, I got a couple ideas. I just have no outlet for them. So, you know, maybe someday you and I we can get together.
Hey, I take people's ideas and try to make them come to life, man. Sometimes it's like, you know, with Pierre, he had some great ideas and same thing. He's like, I can't draw. And I made him come to life for him, and he's like super excited. So I always try to tell everyone like I'm a paintbrush really, you know, or a 3D printer. You input the information and boom, you get something, right? So that's my goal is to get the idea that you have, you know, put into life. Same with you, Nolan. I mean, you guys had an idea, right?
Right. And I was going to bring that up, and we kind of spitballed it, you know, like, hey, you know, I was thinking this, something with this, something to incorporate this. And you're like, but what about this? And what about like bringing in something NES classic? And I was like, ooh. Yeah.
Oh, that was just awesome.
And it was just back and forth. And I remember the first sketches you sent me, and I was just like, whoa. And let me tell you, man, yeah, we get so many compliments on that. We're actually, you know, going to start doing some shirts and whatnot to get out there to the public. But everybody absolutely loves it.
Hey,
And
Nolan.
Yeah.
Does John know about the Pastrami Nation sandwich? How much it looks like his sandwich head?
All right, yeah, like the sandwich that Apollo Burger out here in Victorville that they created with the Pastrami Nation name, they based it off of the way that logo looked, off of the character.
What?
So that's why they went with the certain bread and certain everything because they wanted it to be like that.
Like the guy's head, yeah.
Like the guy's head, yeah.
So cool.
And of course, we've had people say like, you know, it kind of reminds me of French Toast Man, you know, from you know, Ren and Stimpy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's just it's so cool. Yeah, you know what, we have our shirts and we're definitely gonna get more shirts made. And you know, one day if there's, you know, a chance and whatever, I would love to try to get a new era of it made with the Pastrami Nation logo because it's such a beautiful.
My wife and I went to lunch there. Well, we didn't go there. We ordered it to pick up. And so we're looking at the menu online, you know, to try to decide, because I've only been there a handful of times. You know, so we're looking at the menu, you know, and we get to the Pastrami Nation sandwich, and I'm like, see that? I know those guys.
Yeah,
she's like,
that wasn't even there. That just showed up
like,
there
no,
within
really?
the last couple of days.
I know why who this is named after. I know these guys. So, but it's pretty. I mean, that's cool too.
But I think having the right logo is what did it, though. Having the right logo is what showed it, because when Jason and Eddie went over there and they talked to the guys from Apollo, they had that logo, you know, to show them like, this is who we are. We were just launching that logo because me and you, John, we were talking about it back and forth, and they were like, wow, like this is cool. And they actually said like, we want a shirt with this, so we got to get them a shirt with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you came to me and said, okay, we're Pastrami Nation, and we do video games, comic books, and everything else. And I was like, oh man, how am I going to come up with a design for that?
Yeah, I was like, we're like pop culture. We kind of cover everything, and it's very broad. But you honed in on it, yeah, because you have that superhero iconic look, you know, with the guy. But I mean, the video game NES style cartridge head, and the logo means so much. The branding means so much, you know, and we see that all the time with your work. We see it with Ionic's work, and of course we see it with the Major League Sports. It just, you have to have that right look. So, you know, thank you for everything you do, you know.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. That was fun. It took me a while to try to come up with something, but I think when I finally did, I was like, I think this will work.
You mastered
Nailed it, man. Nailed it. Knocked it out of the park. Now, I do want to remind everybody, drop a comment, leave a comment. You have a chance to win a $50 gift card to Hat Club. So you can, if you're just starting out, you can start your hat collection there. You can add to it. You can get something from one of the major league teams. You can get something from one of the, like, Dionic, Ink Park, people like that, if you can, because they sell out so quick.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, but you have your chance. So all you got to do is drop a comment, leave a comment by this Saturday, and by 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and we will pick a winner by random, and we will send that to you via email. So, yeah, no, it's been such a fun time though. I would love to do more of this and just. I mean, if we can kind of rope Danny Dionic in it too and get all of us to just talk more about hats, because, for me and Jason, we haven't talked much about it, but, hats have been a big part of our life for so long. We were always, those kids with the hats, and as we got older, you have disposable income and you're like, oh, now I have hats. So it's just such an awesome thing. And
One day we'll be at John Beare status.
The disposable income will go away once you have a family.
yeah. I'll find the balance, man, because they're so wonderful. I mean, geez, just so many different,
I love that.
Awesome,
Nice.
yeah, awesome different hats. I have the fire ant. I have the Minnesota Twins, Jason, with the Twins shaking hands. Yeah, yeah, it's just so cool. So, I do want to thank you guys, for coming in, dropping in, talking to us. Oh, I see John's got a hat. Let's see.
John even has the little stick from Lids where they pull the hat down.
Oh, dude, what is that? Is that
wow.
The black.
Oh, no.
The original one.
Yeah.
The original.
Dude.
That's the original.
Wow.
That black and white one that's killer, dude. That's my color. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny Dionic, if you're watching this and you want to do a reissue of that one, I'll be first in line, man. I will drop money because that's my color.
This is the first pre-order I ever did with Hat Club. I missed out on this one. I didn't even try for it. I saw it go up and it went, and as people started getting them and they start posting them, I'm going, damn, that's a good looking hat. And so I asked him, I'm like, hey, is this going to happen again? And he said, yeah, there's going to be a pre-order. And so when it went up for pre-order, I went ahead and put it down. That was in January. I got it in early April, and I love it.
Yeah. Actually, the Tiki Room with the floor went pre-order.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's right, it did, huh?
Yeah. And that's what I like about Clink Room too, is like you're not going to miss out on the hat if you want one. You know what I mean?
I love that. Yeah, you have that window where you can, if you decide with your money, like, I want to back this hat. And I saw some really cool ones up just the other day, the one with like the snapping turtle island kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
And the gorilla mecha thing. So the Clink Room has some amazing designs. Of course, John has, he had some designs in there as well. Dionix had some designs in there. I have spent a lot of money on Clink Room. So I can't wait for those to come in. But guys, make sure you check out Clink Room. John, where can people go to find your work? John Ramirez.
So you can do www.inkparkco.com, or a lot of people just come onto my Instagram. Inkparkco is the handle. Hit me up, man. Just Google Ink Park and you'll probably find me.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be on the lookout for your hats as well. The ones on the Clink Room, as well as the ones coming to Hat Club. So we'll definitely be on the lookout for that. And John, anything you want to plug? Any place where people can come check out your collection, or get tips about how to be a real collector?
My internet cut out there for a second, guys.
No problem. Anything you want to plug, John? Anywhere where people can go visit to get tips on being a hat collector?
I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram at Interstate 19.
Nice.
That's pretty much it. I don't have a website or anything. That's where I do most of my stuff is on Instagram. You can pretty much go back and see everything I posted for the last 8 years.
Nice.
And you can randomly see John pop up in videos on the Hat Club and stuff like that. Because one time I was on Instagram and Jason's like, yeah, I see a message from Jason. Hey, it's John. And I was like, what? And I click on it, and it's John just talking on Hat Club. So make sure you guys follow John. He's always got cool things in his beautiful collection. And then, of course, follow us, Pastrami Nation, PastramiNation.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. I was waiting for Jason to say tout, not tout.
Yeah,
no, not tout, not tout. But we thank you again for joining us. We look forward to bringing you more from Pastrami Nation, the meat of pop culture. Thank you, guys.